Hello everybody, my name is Tenelin, and today is finally the day that we've been waiting for so long. Cosmic Exploration is finally out, and I've been having so much fun so far participating in all of the different types of events. I've been playing for about 3 hours now since the patch came out, and this video is going to be a little bit different from my normal ones. It's not going to be a guide as much as this is just a video of my first impressions, tips and tricks of things that I've learned from just playing, and an overview of what you can expect if you go into Cosmic Exploration. I do plan on making tons of different videos covering all of the different steps for the Relic Tools, the different types of missions, and things like that. So if you are looking for more detailed videos, be sure to subscribe as I will be putting out those videos the rest of this week. For today though, I am going to be doing a little bit of experimenting and trying to figure out everything because there is a lot to learn for Cosmic Exploration. First off, if you do want to start the quest, it is in Old Charlian. You'll talk to Naming Way over here, and you're going to go ahead and go through a little bit of a dialogue to get an idea of why we are doing Cosmic Exploration. Once you've done a little bit of that talking quest, you'll get put over to this area here. Now, the first thing I would recommend you do, you are going to get a box for a Relic Tool that you could open up on any job that you have at level 10 for Disciple of Land or Disciple of Hand. You only need to be level 10 to open these, and the tools are actually scaled to your level, which is honestly pretty crazy to me. I really like what they've done with this. It does make it so everybody can join in on the Relic grind from the start, and there's no entry. There's no cost, there's no scripts to getting any more tools. If you step over to Researching Way here at the Cosmic Research, you can inquire about the Cosmic Tools and pick up every single one of them for free. You don't need to have anything but level 10 on your Disciple of Land or Disciple of Hands, and you'll get the tools. The tools do scale as you upgrade them. They go, I believe it was like level 10 to 20, 30 to 50. They have like different steps in which you'll upgrade them, and you can continue to use them as you actually do upgrade them. The one thing that I have noticed though, if you're doing a lot of the higher end mission types, there's grades of missions from D to A. If you're doing the A tier missions, it doesn't seem like you can use those tools if you're at least level 100 for right now. I think once we actually upgrade those tools to level 100, they'll probably have a pretty good use and they'll have comparable stats to our current level 100 tools. But for now, I haven't been actually equipping them, but you don't have to equip them in order to upgrade them. But if you do take a look at the tools themselves, they do start at level 10, like I mentioned, and they will scale up to, like for example, right now my blacksmith one is level 70. It's the version 0.4. So as you level them up, you can see that they have a special status where you can get a Lunar credit bonus when you're doing any of the missions with them equipped. Now, like I said, it's really hard to do, like especially the A tier crafts with this equipped. The amount of stats that you lose is incredible. It's unable to actually be able to do these crafts. But if you're able to upgrade these a little bit, I believe at 0.2, so after that first upgrade is when you get your 5% Lunar credits bonus. And then I think it went up to 10% at around like 0.3. I'm assuming it's just going to keep going up. So if you're able to use these tools and you want to farm out Lunar credits, this is a good idea. If you head over to, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. Maybe I will. Mesoidoncube? That's horribly done. But you know, I got to try it. If you take a look at the credit shop, make sure you do tab through to all of the different ones. There is armor and other right now. No accessories and no weapons. But the armor is the Star Crew that they showed off in one of the live letters. And then as well, there are a ton of different things. There are new glasses that you can get. There's a new emote, a new framers kit, which I'm very excited for. A couple of new orchestrion rolls, a bunch of new and old dies that you can purchase, and then any of the level 11 and 12 crafter and gatherer materia. So if you're looking to prepare for 7.3 for when we get the new gear, this is probably a great spot to do it. As you can see, I already have 7,000 credits, and I've already spent some of them. So I've been racking up credits pretty quickly in this. All of the tools just upgrade through this panel here, the Cosmic Research. So if you click on the bottom left of your Exo tablet, you can actually bring up this menu and take a look at each of your different tools to see the progression of how to upgrade them. In order to upgrade them, you are doing the cosmic exploration missions, specifically the stellar missions, which are essentially the equivalent to a collectible or a leave, and they have that sort of process where you're just gathering or crafting a specific thing in order to get some rewards. Now, if you take a look here, you'll start off with the Class D missions, and these will give you Cosmo credits, the Lunar credits, and then the respective tools progress for the mission type that you're doing. You can see here, this is Cosmic Blacksmith 1. So if I take a look, my Blacksmith is at level 4 right now. It's a level 70 tool, and I need 1,000 Blacksmith 1 points, and I need 800 Blacksmith 2 points. If you notice, these ones scale a little bit. Into the C missions, you'll get a little bit more. The B missions as well will start to bump up the numbers a little bit more. But overall, the A missions are where your tools will really progress the most and where you'll be able to get a significant portion of this relic step. You'll also get a lot of Cosmo credits and Lunar credits, and the missions also have very different star ranks, where if you complete the crafts at like high quality, or you complete more crafts than is actually needed, you'll get additional points to get additional rewards. Now you'll see that my initiate button here has a arrow up on it. I have increased rewards for doing the mech op missions. So anytime the mech op missions pop up, I would recommend you do those. And let's go ahead, and I got some footage here in the background showing off what those are. Now these are essentially just fates that you can do that will randomly pop up, where you can either be a mech pilot or you can be on the ground doing ground support, where you're either going to be mining crystals or burning poisonous plants. Now, the thing with these are, you do not have to be on your gathering class. You could be on any job. You could be a blacksmith going around mining, or you can be a weaver burning down some of the poisonous plants. Now, this is where I need to do a little bit of research, but from the people that I have talked to that are leveling their jobs right now, the experience that they're getting from all of this is pretty good. All of these events seem to give you a decent amount of experience. You also occasionally get what I have going on in the background here, which is an upgrade for the camp. And right now we're grabbing the batteries out of these mini roves, going over to the charging module, charging them up, and then putting them back. These are the upgraded camp missions that we've seen so far. I've only seen 2 of them so far. The first one where you just kind of cleaned up a little bit on the camp. This one where we're charging the batteries. These are, I'm assuming, probably one-time events where we work together to actually hit this progress bar in order to upgrade our camp. I'm going to hop back to the mech one real quick, though. One thing that I didn't realize the first time I did my mech ops is that you are going to gather items occasionally when you're doing whatever task it is, either mining the crystals or burning down the plants. You'll get an item, and you can see up in the top right, it says a contribution blank out of 20. Make sure that you are turning those items into the glowing areas on the map to actually get bonus contribution so that you can get more rewards. Now, if you want to be a mech pilot, you are going to have to go over to this guy here in the northeastern side of the camp. It's labeled as Mech Ops. Anytime the mech operations do pop up, you can talk to him and click travel to the ground support zone, or if you want to try to be a mech pilot, do make sure that you have 1,000 lunar credits to purchase a application so that you can actually apply to be a mech op anytime that it does pop up. One thing to know is that the mech operators are random. It's like a lottery system. If you get chosen, you get to operate the mech. But if you are not chosen, you'll get your ticket refunded. So don't worry about wasting the ticket. Just use it as much as you want if you want to be a mech pilot. Now, if you are a mech pilot, you will get a lot more contribution than you would on the ground support. And you have a chance of getting a big bang ticket based on your contribution, it seems like. So the higher your contribution, the higher chance you have of getting a big bang ticket. And I actually got one the first time I did my mech piloting. And it allowed me to choose between 2 specific wheels on the reward wheel that had a little bit higher of, or a little better chance of rewards than the other wheels had. And I actually did hit this emote, this visage emote, and it's just a selfie emote. I love it. It's absolutely incredible. But otherwise, you can also do a lunar credit spin on a cosmic fortune. And from what I've seen, the rewards are not as good on the base wheel as they are on the Big Bang wheel. So in general, I would recommend just always having a Mech Pilot license ready to go because they are the same cost. But the Mech Pilot license has that chance of getting you a better roulette wheel. So it's arguable which one's better, but I probably am going to always go for the Mech Pilot reward because the Mech Piloting is also just fun. I'm sorry if this video is a little bit more of a ramble than normal. I'm honestly just having so much fun with this content. It's everything I expected, but more. The fact that they made the Relic Tools based on your level, in that anybody that has a level 10 Disciple of Land or Disciple of Hand can join in and start to upgrade their Relic Tool as soon as they want, is incredible to me. It really opens up this idea that no matter what level you are, you can come participate in these events. But not, and that's very similar to the Firmament, but the fact that the Relic Tools themselves are also in that same boat is incredible. I really, really hope that a lot of people join in on this event, because this is so far exactly what I wanted it to be. Now, one thing I was a little bit nervous that I wouldn't see was, you know, that grind. The everlasting long grind that the Firmament had with the Pteranodon mount. But they gave it to us. We have the ability to hit 500,000 points on every single one of our Disciple of Lands and Disciple of Hands in order to get mounts and new titles and all sorts of cool rewards for those that want to put in the time and effort into a really long grind. If you click on the Cosmic Clash Tracker, the second from the left on the bottom on your Exo tablet, you'll get this menu here. And as you can see, I'm not very far into it. My blacksmith is almost at 3,000 points, and it's my furthest along, and it's the one I have been grinding on. I've probably put 2 or 3 hours into kind of learning what I'm doing, but if you get 500,000 points on all of these, there's a new mount that's available. Now, I haven't seen exactly what it is yet, but I have seen it in the achievements menu. If you go to your achievements, go to crafting and gathering, click on all disciples, and scroll to the bottom here, you'll see that there are a couple new titles that you can get here, and here is the mount, the High Mobility Vacuum Suit Identification Key. I'm excited to see what this is. But all of the different crafters and gatherers all have their option of a new title based on getting to 500,000 points. And some of these are pretty cool. I will say for the stellar missions themselves, like I mentioned, they have a D to an A tier. And the A tier for crafting is actually hard. These are expert level crafts that have a little bit variation to how they work, but they also include a special skill. Some of them have a special skill that they'll give you for that mission. I've seen the crafter one is the miracle, or the material miracle, and there's also a gather one that increases your collectability to the maximum on your next step, and I think it like has the chance of making your meticulous better so you don't reduce integrity, things like that. Now, the one pointer that I'll throw out real quick is if you aren't using Raphael for crafting, you really, really need to be. I'm going to go ahead and throw up Raphael on my screen. I'm actually throwing together a quick little macro. I say quick, but it's 3 steps because this is an expert craft. But Raphael has the ability to actually solve these crafts for you. So I would definitely check this out. If you're not familiar with how to do crafting, you can, and I'll show you back here. I'm just copying all of these macros over and going to go ahead and get them going. I have just 3 different buttons that I'm using here as just fillers because every single one of these recipes is different. It has different quality, different durability, different progress. Some of these recipes only have 20 durability. Like, these are definitely going to be a little tougher if you don't understand crafting. So I would recommend taking a look. I have an entire guide for how to use Raphael. If you take a look at that guide, specifically go to around the 18-minute mark, and it's going to talk about doing custom recipes. and I'll give you a full breakdown in what you need to be able to do these recipes. As well, I will have a guide coming out for a little bit more detail, specifically for cosmic exploration stuff in the future. And we've completed the base 2 upgrade. Look at all of these people here. This is incredible. I'm so happy with this. Oh, we've unlocked the warp gates. Awesome. So these gates, I believe, will teleport us around to different areas in the camp. I'm going to go ahead and hop on to one of these and just check it out. Oh, look at us go. Oh, I'm having so much fun with this. I really hope you guys are enjoying it as well. This is just incredible. The design that they've put into this is exactly what I really wanted. I'm a big fan of everything that I'm seeing so far. I hope you have been having fun as well. If you do want to stick around, I will be putting out guides, like I said, for anything that I can. I'll love to answer any questions. My Discord server has been extremely active, and we've all been having a ton of fun there. So if you do have any specific questions, you want to get a little bit quicker of an answer, be sure to check the link out in the description for that Discord server. Let me know down in the comment section how you're feeling about cosmic exploration so far, and any tips or tricks that you've picked up so far. Thank you very much, and have a good one.